What if I told you that the Los Angeles Rams are quietly building a team that could take over the entire NFC, and nobody's paying attention? Just a few years ago, the Rams pushed all their chips in. They stacked their roster with superstars, and they won it all. But here's the plot twist: most teams never survive. After the parade fades and the rings are handed out, how do you stay great? Well, the Rams might have just cracked the code. From strategic free agent pickups to a draft class that fills weaknesses, the Rams are suddenly reloading, not rebuilding. And the craziest part, this team might be better than the one that won the Super Bowl. Let's start at the top. You need two things to be great in the NFL: an elite coach and a quarterback who can win when it matters most. Check and check. Sean McVay is still that dude. He's only 39 years old and already has 80 career wins, a Super Bowl ring, and 2 NFC Championship appearances. If the NFL held a head coach redraft tomorrow, McVay's a top 5 pick, no debate. And his quarterback? A future Hall of Famer. Matthew Stafford has thrown for nearly 60,000 yards and 400 touchdowns, and he's on the doorstep of hitting both milestones this season. Even in the twilight of his career, Stafford's arm talent and playoff poise are rare. But quarterbacks don't win alone. And when it comes to offensive weapons, the Rams have quietly built a terrifying arsenal. Puka Nacua, he's already one of the most dominant 23-year-old receivers we've seen. 2,400 yards and 9 touchdowns in just 2 seasons, even after missing 6 games? That's elite. He's built like a fast tight end, he moves like a power forward, and he plays with fearless aggression. And the Rams didn't just stop there. They landed Davante Adams. Yes, you heard that right. One of the best receivers of the last decade is now lining up opposite Puka. Adams still had over 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns last year, and his route running and football IQ are perfect for Sean McVay's scheme. This might be the most cerebral wide receiver duo in the league. The Rams still have Tyler Higbee in the middle of the field, a dependable veteran at the tight end position. And now they've added Oregon's Terrance Ferguson, a 6'5" guy who ran a 4.63 and could be a nightmare matchup if he develops as expected. Add in guys like Tutu Atwell and Jordan Whittington for depth, and you've got a passing attack with layers, inside, outside, deep, and underneath. But wait, it gets better. Kyren Williams is emerging as one of the most effective all-around backs in the NFL. 1,400 yards, 16 touchdowns, and the kind of patience and balance that breaks defenses. He might not have track speed, but he's a chain mover and a finisher. Behind him, Blake Corum, the Michigan workhorse who's poised to take yet another leap forward. And just in case he doesn't, the Rams drafted Jarquez Hunter from Auburn. 6.4 yards per carry and an electric open field speed. It's a three-headed monster with versatility and upside. And don't overlook how Sean McVay has evolved as a play caller. Early in his career, he leaned heavily on outside zone runs and play-action boots. But in 2024, we saw a shift. More shotgun looks, more pre-snap motion, and more empty sets designed to put defenses in conflict. It's clear he's building a system around Stafford's strengths: quick reads, layered progressions, and precise timing. With weapons like Davante Adams and Puka Nacua, Sean McVay now has the flexibility to go matchup hunting every single drive. This offense isn't just fast, it's calculated chaos, and that makes it nearly impossible to prepare for. The offensive line isn't elite, but it might be good enough. Tackles Alaric Jackson and Rob Havenstein are solid. Steve Avila is still developing but has upside. Center Coleman Shelton is reliable and above average by PFF standards, and if this O-line holds up, you're looking at Stafford throwing to Puka and Davante, Kyren carving up defenses, and Higbee and Ferguson threatening the seams. A top 5 offense? It's not just possible, it's likely. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the defense. Last year they were bottom 10 in nearly every category, 10th most passing yards allowed, 11th most rushing, and 6th most passing touchdowns allowed. That's not good, but this year, there's a real chance for a leap. Jared Verse and Braden Fiske are the future. Verse, the reigning Defensive Rookie of the Year, had 4.5 sacks and was a menace against the run. Fiske finished with 44 tackles and 8.5 sacks as a rookie. Both are still under 25, and they're both poised to explode in their next season. Add Poona Ford to plug the middle, and if Kobe Turner takes another step, that D-line could become dangerous fast. And while Aaron Donald is no longer anchoring the defensive line, his mentorship left a blueprint. Jared Verse has already talked about how much Donald influenced his rookie mindset, relentlessness, attention to technique, and film discipline. Add in the fact that Verse and Fiske already have chemistry from Florida State, and you've got a rare situation. Two rookie defenders who are already in sync and operating with a shared identity. That continuity on the defensive front could be a cheat code, especially late in the season when most players' walls start to hit. These guys are built for the long haul. Then came one of my favorite draft steals, Chris Paul Jr., the linebacker out of Ole Miss. He went in the 5th round, but I had him graded as a 3rd rounder. Sideline to sideline range, elite instincts, tackling machine, and serious upside. Think Ryan Shazier light. The secondary has upside too. Cameron Kitchens, Cam Curl, Omar Spates, Quentin Lake, all young, all hungry, and all with something to prove. If they gel, this defense could jump from bottom 10 to middle of the pack. And with this offense, that might be all they need. The first half of their schedule is brutal, but they could potentially beat the 49ers, Jaguars, Titans, and Colts. So there's a realistic path to being 4-3 at the bye week. After that, they play the Saints, the Seahawks twice, the Panthers, Falcons, Cardinals. If they sweep the Cardinals and the Seahawks and they split with the 49ers and they win the games they should, there's a very realistic path to 11 or 12 wins. Vegas has their win total at 9.5, but I think they're sleeping. This team is built to shock people. So let me ask you, am I crazy for thinking the Rams could win the NFC West, or is this exactly what's about to happen? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's talk about it. Smash that like button if you love NFL deep dives, and check out our videos on the Denver Broncos, this year's AFC dark horse, and how the Patriots are quietly building the league's best defense. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.